Okay, the next morning came brutally early, so that was why his old self kept the shutters locked. He wondered idly if he could make the damn bird singing outside explode without actually opening his eyes. No, today was going to be an experiment. Today, he was going to try turning over a new leaf, which meant no bird popping, unfortunately. What did good people do? Probably not laze around in bed. He took a moment to gather his fortitude. Then he pried himself up. The gear beetle didn't have anything to say, another mercy. It wasn't as if there was much to ask. Did he want the black floor-length robe to wear today, or the black floor-length robe? The laundry must be relatively straightforward. It occurred to him that the princess might appreciate a choice, though. Maybe Orla had someone who could cut down one of his robes into something that would fit her. Then again, he thought about Orla's taste in clothes. Neither their sackcloth nor eldritch kittens seemed appropriately royal in style. Sirocco appeared alongside breakfast, all insincere smiles and no mention of the night before. Gav didn't bite his head off, literally or figuratively, and thought that it proved a very good start to his day of being a better person. He felt rather smug. And what do I need to know about this morning, Master Sirocco? Sirocco bowed at his name, which made Gav wonder how often he used it. 3 days, and he was already tired of wondering things. The mayor, my lord. The mayor, Gav said, trying to sound more absent-minded than befuddled. Which mayor? Did his town have a mayor? What did he want with Gav? The annual tribute is due, and you have granted an audience with the mayor, Sirocco reminded him. It seems likely that she wants to plead in person for mercy. Mercy, Gav echoed. I know, the thought is ludicrous, Sirocco agreed. He literally licked his lips. Gav watched the spittle gleaming in the morning light with horrified fascination. After last year's shortfalls, you graciously allowed them to make it up at half again interest. She cannot possibly expect leniency again. Shall I prepare the dogs? Of course, he had to choose today to try to be good. No one knew. Maybe he could just cheat and start growing a conscience tomorrow. No, he would know. And it was like sneaking treats. It didn't matter if no one else noticed. It didn't make the results any different. He would just have to manage somehow, and he didn't honestly want to know what the purpose of the dogs was. No, that won't be necessary. You have something special in mind. Sirocco's eyes nearly glowed with anticipation. You could say that, Gav said. I'm going to start with a visit to our guest, though. The mayor can wait. Sirocco nodded. He backed out of the room, and Gav let out a silent sigh of relief. No mention of last night's catastrophe. Maybe that kind of thing was normal around here. It made him want to live somewhere else. That's a break, but it's only been 3 minutes, so we'll just keep going. Princess Alicia blinked into the light. He'd had the little window left open, but the cell remained awfully dark. He had a potential solution for that. I come bearing presents, he said, full of magnanimousness. She didn't look nearly as gratified as he had hoped. Instead, she gave him a skeptical eyebrow raise. I think we started off on the wrong foot, he continued. She opened her mouth, and he waved her silent. Yes, I know. Kidnapping, middle of the night, locked in a cell. I'm afraid it's rather all unavoidable, but I'm not completely inhumane. I thought you might be bored. So I brought you some reading material. He handed over the books with a flourish. He'd spent half an hour sorting through the chaos of his workshop to find something suitable. She took them gingerly, as if she feared that they might explode. Her face shifted to confusion as she peered at the titles. He faltered. I didn't really have anything that seemed quite right. As he feared, there was a notable lack of novels or poetry. But I thought maybe one of these might catch your interest. Principles of Bat Husbandry, Flora of the Dark Mountains of Rygorath. Lives of the Anti-Saints. He shrugged, feeling uncomfortable. Princesses usually like flowers and animals, right? I don't suppose you have anything on siege warfare theory, she said, frowning down at the titles. I don't think that would be completely appropriate, he said stiffly. Because I'm a princess, or just because I'm a girl, she said, her tone acidic. No, because you're a prisoner and I really don't want to give you masonry lessons, he countered. Oh, that set her back. Well, I suppose that's fair. He started to leave. He supposed thanks would have been too much to ask for. And how am I supposed to read these? She called after him, having found a new topic to be suitably indignant about. Ah, yes, all right, perhaps indignant could be justified. He pulled out the lantern he'd whipped up and touched the rune on the side. Oh, she blinked again at the clear white light radiating from just inside. Just tap the rune, he said. It's spelled to go light and dark. If you can make this, why all the awful torches? She asked as he turned away again. He shrugged. Atmosphere. That's another break. And we're 6 minutes in. I'm going to pause and look ahead. All right, looking ahead, I'm going to stop here and I'll start another one so that you can have 2 shorter ones instead of one very long one. All right, see you in a moment.